What's going on, people? This is Elle Harris, and today is another edition of I feel like you did it on purpose.
I swear, I've been trying to get it to work for like the whole time he was over there. Oh, I did it on purpose.
Because you want to sabotage my production.
Your production?
My production. What?
This is not your production, this is our production.
But I'm producing it.
I'm co-producer.
Are you?
I give us ideas.
Okay.
When we do our readings.
We have readings.
Before this. When you be like, what should you talk about today? And I'd be like, this is what we should talk about. And then you're like, nah. And I give you 5 topics and you'd be like, nah.
And then I come up with a different topic.
Nope, and then we end up doing my topic.
All right, so once again, I'm Shad. This is
Elle Harris, co-producer.
And today on Keepin It Lite, I feel like a good topic that we actually talked about earlier that I came up with was the look of being married. And when I say the look, I mean as far as, I feel like me and you have 2 different meanings of that.
Okay.
I feel like my meaning is once you get married, certain things open up to you. Certain opportunities, certain looks. Just certain things, especially as a man, I feel like certain things, people look at you different. So that's kind of what
opportunities open up?
I feel like business opportunities open up because I feel like people look at you in a more serious manner. I feel like when you're single, and even though you could be like really about your business, you looked at as like a playboy, like you're out here messing with a whole bunch of chicks, so that means you're kind of like all over the place.
Okay.
But I feel like when you say, you know what, this is my wife, we're getting married, it kind of paints you in a serious light. You don't believe so?
Because I know a whole bunch of dudes who are married that ain't crap.
But I feel like when you go from single to married, I feel like you looked at, like, people are like, oh, I get a lot of that.
Or they be like, oh my gosh, she married him, she must don't know. Because I feel like it goes either way.
I don't know, I can't really speak to that. I get a lot of, oh, you're married. Oh yeah, been married for quite a while. Then it's like, oh, he's an adult.
Do they ever be like, oh, you're married? And then, like, what's your wife's name? And say, oh, you're Elle's husband.
No.
Because I get, oh, you're Champlain.
Why does that piss you off?
It pisses me off so bad.
You shouldn't let that piss you off. There's bigger things in the world to be mad about.
I'm not property. Go ahead.
God's property.
Let's quit Franklin.
You could be GP.
I'm God's child.
Like Destiny's Child.
I'm like God's child.
Like Godson. Like nah.
God's
Alright, so what is your version of the look?
I feel like marriage does a lot. We're in an age where there was a time where it was like women kind of ran the world of dating, and
Did they?
there was a time where it was like, you know, women had options, or, you know, men was like, it's not a whole lot of women out here. But I don't know how this happened. It flipped, and it's like women can't really find men.
I feel like that's always been the case. I don't feel like that's a new thing.
Maybe he was like, I can't really say college because I'm just trying to figure out. I feel like there's a certain type of woman who lives a life where she is pursued, and that.
I feel like that's a time frame.
Okay.
I feel like between the ages of 16 to maybe 25, 26.
Okay.
Those are like, I might get killed for saying it. These are like women's like prime years. Prime dating years.
Prime getting bagged years.
Getting bagged years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't get bagged after like 27,
it kind of goes down from there.
It gets a little shaky out here.
Yeah.
because the way I look at it is I feel like when it comes to men getting married, the guys that get married first are the ones who are usually guys get married like in their mid to late 20s. Those guys are the ones who, the way I examine it is, those are the guys whose parents were probably married. So they're like, you know what? Being married isn't outside of my comfort zone. It's just something that I know I'm going to end up doing. So if they were dating somebody long term in their early 20s, more than likely that's the person they're going to get married to.
Okay.
And then everybody else just kind of falls in after that.
So would you say that if women spend their time more having parties, pursuing higher education, pursuing a career, if they focus more on those things, and they are probably not being looked at by men during those years?
I feel like women, even the women that are pursuing like higher education, they still want a man.
Yeah.
They're just not focused on it. There's not like all of their energy goes into that. Most of these females who are like getting their masters or whatever, they got little dudes on the side, but their main focus is getting that degree. But once the degree is over, it's like, oh, well, I'm out here and I'm lonely or whatever. Or I ain't got nobody. Or I want to get married.
Okay, so I guess with my definition, I feel like for a lot of women, all right, I'll say this. Like once, I tell Rashad this all the time. When women get married, after women, not all, but a lot of women, after they get married, they want to become event planners and they want to be counselors. And I feel like the new thing, that was like during my era when I got married. I still see some people who recently got married and now they can plan events. Just because you're able to coordinate and prepare for your own wedding does not mean that you're able to put on full productions. So not killing dreams, just letting you know, it's two different ballparks. But I feel like now what's happening is it's this shift of let's get married. We're going to be counselors. We're going to be influential influencer couples. We're going to start our own podcast. My husband's going to do videography and pictures now. And I'll just be behind the camera. Getting the pictures taken of me. And I'll start my flat tummy tea line. And we're just the power couple of the century.
You know, you kind of just described us, right?
That's the interesting part. I don't sell flat tummy tea. However,
you do sell watches.
Do I sell watches?
You're a brand ambassador.
Okay. So I say all that to say, we've been married for 7 years, right? You are already doing, but that's what I feel like. I don't know, maybe it's because it is kind of us that I feel like that is just like that's what everybody is doing now.
You ain't gonna say nobody's name though.
I don't do that. I'm not that messy. But a lot of people are doing that. Like now, that's just like everybody has to be an entrepreneur. The husband and the wife, you have to be an entrepreneur team. You got to be a go-getter. You got to be a power couple. I don't seek any of that for my life.
What are the power couples that got regular jobs?
See, that's my thing. That's where I think the myth lies. You don't have to be a power couple because you sell things and you're serial entrepreneurs. You can be a power couple doing whatever position or job you have. The power is in the strength of your relationship. And I think that's what people are failing. People are putting things together because marriage has become profitable. That's the word. Marriage
has always been profitable though.
How? If that was the case, not many people wouldn't be getting divorced at the rate that they do.
People choosing happiness over losing money though.
Huh?
Marriage is a profitable thing.
How?
But people get out of marriage because they rather choose happiness than...
That's not why people get out of marriage.
In my head, that's what I do.
Oh, but go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
You said marriage is profitable.
I feel like overall, like marriage is creative so it could be a profitable thing as far as like, I don't know. Continue.
So I want to get back to what you just said. You said that people get divorced because they choose happiness.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before several times. Listen to this is very, very important.
Listen.
Marriage will not bring you happiness. It is not your spouse's job to make you happy. It is your own job to make you happy. Your own job. If you are not happy with yourself, that has nothing to do with your spouse at all. So don't leave someone because you're not happy. Happiness belongs to you. No one has the power. Give no one power over your happiness or your joy. Now,
Can somebody make you unhappy though?
If there is an issue,
Trying to run my production.
if there's an issue every day where you're unsettled or you feel like that person is making you unhappy, like you're always sad when you're around them, or there's a lot of grief, or when you don't even want to walk in the house, you prefer to sit in your car because you know it's going to be a whole bunch of drama when you get home, then you need to address those things and why you're triggered by those emotions. That happiness has nothing to do with that. There's something totally different. You got to figure it out with you and that person. Now, that person may not be happy either. And both of you guys' unhappiness could be the cause of your friction. But don't just say like, oh, you have to make me happy. It's impossible. It's impossible because you never know what is in a person's head. You cannot do that.
But back to my original question, Can somebody make you unhappy though?
No, unless you give somebody that power. You have to give someone that power.
Somebody can make you unhappy.
How?
If this person is always arguing with you about certain stuff, then you could be unhappy.
Then you need to confront that. That means that you're giving that person the power.
But that person can continuously make you unhappy. If you're in a relationship with somebody, that person can continuously make you unhappy.
A person can continuously have power to decide whether or not you're going to have a good day or bad day is what you're saying. That's pretty much what you're saying.
Right, but me taking control of that situation and be like, you know what? I'm done with this and I'm out.
So you're not putting any effort into saying these are the things that bring friction in our relationship. Let's talk about these things.
But what if that person continues to do those things, then they're continuously making you unhappy?
They're not making you unhappy. That's their issue. So if they have something going on.
So if somebody continuously cheats on their partner, that person that's getting cheated on is probably unhappy.
But that's not the cause.
But I'm just saying, that person is still making you unhappy. So even if you talk about it and you're like, yeah, we're good, and that person continues to cheat?
That has nothing to do with happiness. I'm not going to be sad because I'm going to be angry if you cheat on me. I'm not going to be sad or unhappy because you cheated. I'm going to want to beat your ass. That has nothing to do with my happiness. Happiness is totally different from that.
It's not.
Happiness is Do we need to Google what happiness is? Do you need the definition? What is it?
We don't have to go through all that.
We do because, all right, we're getting way off topic. Yeah. Let's go back to the original. But no one can control your happiness unless you allow them to. If you give someone that much power over you, then that's your issue. Now, if you're going to cheat on me, and I tell you that this brings a problem in our relationship and I don't go for cheating, you want to bring someone, then that's different. I don't want to be with you. Your cheating doesn't make me unhappy. It makes me angry because you can't keep a vow and you disappointed me. It has nothing to do with me being happy. I can still be happy every day. Because I make...
No.
Outside of your cheating, that's not the only thing that happens throughout my day.
But if you think about it, it's going to make you unhappy.
Okay, maybe it'll make you unhappy. Maybe it'll make you unhappy. It wouldn't make me unhappy because I wouldn't be with the person. And then I'll still go on. My heart will probably hurt. But I'll be happy because I freed myself of the bondage.
But what if you don't free yourself?
Well, I can't speak of that because that's what I would do.
I can't speak for a situation outside of the situation that you've been in?
For someone cheating?
Yeah.
A lot of people overcome it. And
I've seen a lot of situations where people feel like they've let it go and they're still sad. Or they're still stuck in that situation, so they're sad while they're in that situation. I know somebody in particular who continuously got cheated on, and that person was very sad until they said, you know what, I'm out of this situation.
Okay. I can't, that's what you're saying. I'm not going to argue against that.
You've seen it before, but...
I have not seen someone be unhappy because of it.
Okay.
Because happiness it's a different emotion. But we're not going to go there. We're going to go back to the original thing. The couples, now this is because this is the thing. I don't want people to look at it like you're not out here just taking pictures and doing video for the look of something. You're not building a marriage brand. Which I feel like if I'm just marrying someone and we're just getting together, my goal isn't to educate you on how to get married. If I just got married, I can't tell you nothing. I can't tell you absolutely nothing about marriage. I just got married. I need to sit my happy behind down, which is like something that I was happy about, like with our church. They were just saying like the first year of your marriage, you shouldn't be involved in any type of ministry or anything because your goal should be focusing on learning your spouse. So I feel the same way. I can't sit here and be like, this is what we do. This is our love. We don't even know what our love is together yet. Even if we've been together for 7 years prior to getting married, we still don't know what life is as a married couple because it's a totally different thing of being a boyfriend and girlfriend for years than actually being married where everything is tied, to one another. So I think it's a different field, and I think that because people have made it such a profitable industry now to be married, like everything has to have a thing, everything has to look happy, everything has to look good, like your brand has to match my brand.
So to play devil's advocate, do you feel like we are at a place where we can actually speak about marriage?
Not on it.
And keep in mind, I'm still do it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, I know that. But we can speak on our marriage. I don't think that when people ask me things about marriage or questions, I can only speak for myself. And I always tell people, like, you have to follow your own path. I don't want anyone to ever aspire to my relationship. Though I have a great relationship with my husband, it's our relationship.
Yeah, I think that's a woman thing.
But I think that you want people to aspire to your marriage?
No, I feel like women aspire to other people's marriage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll say men too.
I don't really see any guys be like, I want to be just like them.
Won't you have a guy sliding in your DMs?
Not saying they want to be like my marriage.
But like, oh, I like what you're doing. I like
that's
your
liking the work that I do. Nobody's ever said I like your relationship.
They have.
Who?
Some people.
Say their name. Say their name.
Yeah. You're so petty.
Yeah, I never had nobody say that.
Okay, yeah. But it happens all the time. It happens all the time. But I think that.
So, all right. Not to cut you, to get back on topic, what we originally was talking about. I'm going to put us further on topic. What is the look that you feel like women get once they actually get married?
The look women get?
Yeah.
I don't feel like women get a look. I think men probably get a look.
So you feel like once women get their ring, do you feel like their status in life is changed?
No.
From the outside.
I don't think their status in life has changed. I just think that the world expects more of them. They expect, once you get married, people expect you to have children and have a child. And then after you have that child, they want you to have more children. That's what I feel like happens with women. I don't see anything outside of that.
Does the world expect women to be like this wholesome person once they get married?
I think so. And I think the women that are around you, like in your close circle who aren't married yet, they look at you as like, yes, she got married, so I'm next. Which is very, very dangerous because
it doesn't work like that.
It does not.
It doesn't work like that at all.
It does not work like that.
You don't get married by the people that you're around.
And I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier, when people aspire, like they love your relationship or they love your relationship story. And they think like, oh, this is going to happen for me. So like people will say like, well, Elle got married when she was 27. So I'll probably, hopefully I get married by the time I turn 27.
And that's sick.
And I hope that Like Elle met Rashad the day that she graduated from grad school. So
You only talking about one person who said this.
no, it's been multiple people.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Why are you adjusting me on camera? Just tell me what's going
A
on.
little something on your face.
But yeah. So people say stuff like that. I mean, everybody has their timeline. It's just like you can say Beyonce became a millionaire at 32, so I hope to be a millionaire by 32.
Oh, no, I get something
So
like that.
I mean,
But
I don't want it to sound like it's so sick where it's like, oh, this life. But I think sometimes people will equate like where they are to like, oh, well, this person had this happen this age, so hopefully by that age I would be in that ballpark. Because I don't want it to sound like that. But I think that's what happens, especially like when one person.
Jay did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
How long did it take you to think of that?
I was over here thinking about the actual line right now, but it was just microseconds.
I have nothing else to say. Go ahead.
Okay. That's my quotable for today.
I can't believe you just did that. But yeah, but I think that women have that thought of this happened to my friend, so I should be next. Like, I've been a bridesmaid 4 times, so I must,
It doesn't work.
It must be coming up
Oh,
on.
I caught the bouquet, so now I'm next.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
It does not work like that. Now, what I have seen happen, I don't recommend this, but I have seen people who got married once, they can easily find the second husband, like right after that. That's happened to a couple of my friends.
Let's talk about this. As we close up this episode, I want
Yeah.
to talk about this. To me, I feel like the women that always get men is the women who don't care about getting men.
Yep.
I will put you in that boat. I'll put, a couple of our friends who not even looking or like just going on about their life. Like, yo, fuck these niggas. I'm doing whatever. Like, they're going to be the ones that get men because men are after the chase. Men are after women who, it's going to sound messed up, but don't give a damn about them. So you're going to keep going after them.
Preach. And I keep telling women this. Stop giving your all to a date. Be so uninterested.
Yeah.
Just chill. Like,
It's
this
gonna
is
make
a
a guy wanna put
homie.
his best foot forward and really just go all out to try to impress you. But if you look unimpressed, unbothered, a guy's only going to go harder to get your attention.
Yes. Stop. Stop. I don't care if your biological clock is ticking and you feel like you got to be married next year. Let me hurry up and put this on. Or let me show him, like, let me be sexy so he can see this side of me. Or let me be funny. Or let me be the homegirl. Just chill. Like, stop it. It stresses me out. So I know that guys be like, ugh.
And he come off easy.
Yeah, like, now I'm about to say, let me just go ahead and hit it so I can move on. Because I know she going to let me hit it.
Yeah.
All he got to do is be like, I really see this going somewhere,
And then I feel like once a guy hits like 30, 31, the early 30s, he already knows what to do to kind of get the reaction that he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that I'm going to take you to a nice restaurant, a restaurant that you probably never been to. He going to order a drink that's not on the menu. Might impress you a little bit. Might order your drink.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pull out the chair. He going to have the same conversation that he's had with multiple chicks. That, that piques
interest. To a
interest.
restaurant with
Reservations, like all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably done this 5 times in the last couple of weeks. So he knows how to play the game.
Yep.
And women just fall into it every time.
And that's why I always tell women, like, make sure that you have to take yourself, like something I used to do all the time, I would take myself to restaurants by myself. Like, especially when I lived in Petersburg, I would just drive to West End.
Poker spot?
No. I would go to Short Pump and like take myself to Maggiano's and just different restaurants up there just so that I could take my own self out and pay for my own meals and go to expensive restaurants that people would generally take a date so that I knew I could practice, like, I know what this feels like. I don't need you to buy my dinner. I could buy my own dinner. And I think that when you have someone take you out to some place you've never been, it's just like, oh, this is a standard. And if he gets that glimpse in your eye, like if he sees that little sparkle, like she ain't never had this done, it's over. He already counting down to the days when he gonna hit. Then he gonna hit and he gonna be done.
Because it's already a profile that you put people in. Like, when I was single, I used to put people in profiles. Like, all right, if she seems impressed by this, then already know the whole playbook of how to actually get that. Or if she's cool with like this type of environment, I already know the whole playbook. And just run it out until you can't run it no more.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. So those people, I would just say this: marriage is not a look. Marriage is something that should be vowed, something that should be valued, and I think that it's something very sacred. And I feel like it's being watered down by people making it profitable. Like, it's okay if you make money being married to the person that you're married to, and that person helps build you up and vice versa. I don't see anything wrong with that. But just my personal opinion. I don't know, because maybe it works for some people, but I don't like the look of marriage right now. I don't like the look of the build up to get married. I don't like the look of let's do all these, whole full trailer before we get married. And then your marriage doesn't work. And then people are like, dang, you just had this beautiful wedding and y'all divorced already. You're miserable because everybody else thinks that you're so happy and you love the way.
And then you gotta live a lie.
You gotta live a lie. You love the way people respond to your marriage. People like, oh, you guys are great. I just love you guys together and all of this stuff. And then the bottom falls out and people are like, what happened? Like, they look like they were so happy because you've only gotten 5 minutes of my life once a week or however often you put out your daily vlogs and it's done. So I think it's just the danger of what I would suggest people who are, doing these fairy tale love life stories with weddings and you want to be on and you want to make money. Talk about some real stuff too. Like, talk about the struggles. Talk about how when you get married, the biggest part of marriage is staying married. Anybody can get married. Anybody.
Not anybody.
Anybody can get married.
It's not getting married.
You can. Somebody want to come to the United States to get a green card. You can get one of them in. Whatever you want to do.
Fresh out.
A dude fresh out of jail. Anybody can get married. The thing is staying married.
Okay.
And having a good marriage.
Okay. Anything else you need to say?
It's kind of upset.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, but just value.
And my advice to married couples who are living a lie is argue in public. That way, when people see you guys arguing, they know it's not a sham, and they know that when you guys get divorced, it was supposed to happen a long time ago.
I hate that though. I hate when we're places and people start arguing. Right. It's so uncomfortable. Ooh.
It is. But I actually enjoy it sometimes.
I don't. No, I do not. I don't like arguing, first of all. And I don't like when people argue about their personal life in front of us.
Yeah, I don't. But it's entertaining.
It's not entertaining.
We talk about it in a group chat. So, once again, this is Keepin It Lite. I'm Elle Harris.
I'm Elle Harris.
And you guys have a wonderful, blessed, productive day. Argue in public. Have lots of sex. Don't live a lie. And what's another one?
And if you like this production, co-produced by me, keep watching.
It's not co-produced by you.